어두워진 걸 보니 조금 있으면 연설이
Hi everyone.
시작되겠네요.
Welcome back to Limbus Company.
교주는 히스클리프 씨에게
Today,
맡기고
a
저희는 그
event
이후에
is
몰려올
happening. While
신도들만
Purchase
막으면
Knocked
돼요.
has ended. I'm sorry for not
까먹으신
recording
건
that,
아니죠?
but I had things going on. But I'm available to record this now. So let's get on with the story. Fun fact: this is my 4th time trying to record this because the past 3 attempts, my computer has frozen due to some corrupt computer files, but thankfully they're not there anymore, so hopefully this will be a smooth recording, depending on whether or not I can go beyond a minute or 3. Hopefully that doesn't come to that, because I'd be massively annoying. Let's do this. Let's see, who do I want to deploy for this? This was my While Purchase Knocked loadout.
책임은 모두
Sancho,
지위를 받는 건 오랜만이네요.
this two,
자,
this,
해
that,
함께
and pretty much
준비됐죠?
everyone else, I guess.
영광입니다.
기다려라, 거태. 곧 먹이를 먹여주지.
Honglu. I look from beyond the glass window as the sinners battle furiously inside the large indoor arena. You damned imbeciles! What is the point of everyone rushing at the same energy that's already been staggered and nearly dead? Faust had attacked the entity first. The blame lies flatly with the others' delayed decisions. Apologies, yet concerned was I to not dispose swiftly of that foe would... I think that this is a great show of teamwork. I had no idea how hopeless the sinners were in battle without my command. Damn it! Why won't any of you listen to my orders? Boy, your genius order was how the last head ended up dangling from 1/4 of a neck. Ahem, it was a necessary sacrifice to gain an edge in battle. Why thee not? How befitting of a hero is to perish in place of her capriccia! Don Quixote falls before their merciless onslaught of enemies. I had so much things I wanted to say to them, most of which were variations of, "You're doing it wrong," but I had no choice but to watch as their woefully abysmal decisions continued to bungle the fight. If I tried, this researcher next to me will get in my way, claiming that they haven't finished collecting the data. This one's reaction speed to emergencies is exceptionally fast. So, can I help them now? Will you stop pacing and compose yourself? We are almost done here. That should be more than enough data. Take control, manager. I had a lot I wanted to say, but let's help the sinners out of this bind first. Let's do this. This music's hella good. This is where I crash. And it's Lou.
이러면 쏠 수 있죠?
쏜다. 수인가.
꿰뚫려라! 꿰뚫려라! 대가리 딱 떼도 따뜻한 피
그 삶에 마침표를! 사선이 비었어요.
시야 확보. 쏜다.
That's one of them down. Nice.
타겟 포착 1시.
Damn it, Rhino 2.
된다면 사월을 건너.
피로 쏟아내
움직임이 어사한 목표로.
보냈고
Not so bad as of the railroad fights. That went well. As expected of our executive manager, the exceptional development of your strategic genius reminds me of the earlier years of my career. Uh-huh, thanks. Yeah. Got anything to snack on, guys? I'm starving here after that brawl. You will maintain an empty stomach for the duration of the tests. Next on the docket is... I would have asked Mersault for a massage if I knew this was coming. Whose idea was this anyway? Well, if you really want to get into it, we can trace this right back to your vacation request, Gregor. Not that this would have happened without that, but yeah. Oh, come on, fellas. There's gotta be more to it than that. Sure there was. Not that it would have made any difference. Because, like Ishmael said, this all began with Gregor's particularly egregious stretching. E.
그 정도 화력으로 우리 사무소를 막을 수 있을 줄 알았냐? 저놈들 무기까지 주어서 철수하자고.
Whoa. That sound just now. I didn't know a human body can make a sound like that. Huh? Oh, I was just doing some stretches. Can't seem to do it without making these weird noises nowadays. Huh? What do you mean? You can't? That right there is the creaking of sound of the time ravages. Sync. Oof. I know Dante's been turning the clock to rewind our time, but I feel like my joints are starting to grate. I know what you mean. I definitely don't feel as spry as I used to. Maybe the pain from repeatedly dying and reviving takes a toll after all. Yeah, dying sure is a pain. That's when Honglu Philanthropy threw out an innocent comment amidst the complaining sinners. Speaking of which, isn't it funny how Don Quixote is totally fine even though she's hundreds of years old? She's gotta be the oldest of us by a lot, right? Ahem. Honglu's unprompted catapulting of such a heavy subject brought the busy air inside the bus to a sudden stifling halt. I thought we were going to take some time to actually broach that subject, but you just bulldozed through that whole mess, huh? I must have made things awkward. I didn't realize everyone was so sensitive about their age. "'Tis not to concern thyself with, be not so." Of course, there was also someone who could not care less about the bus air quality. "Oi, Scoot, that's my designated seat you're planting your ass in. I'll whack you." On the other hand, here's this guy without a care in the world. Almost makes me wonder if he even remembers what just happened. Well, maybe this is your chance to get back at him for treating you harshly? Don Quixote, I'm sure you can... sink. I've never seen your eyes sparkle like that before. I am quite fond of the current temperament of our current company. Unless young Heathcliff here suddenly morphs into a villainous scoundrel, I have nary a wish to exact violence upon him, and... Right? Now that's over with. Let's all shut up and keep... bad speech thing happening. Sorry. Anyways, let's try that again. Right. Now that's over with, let's all shut up and keep the chin wag to a minimum, yeah? Seems plenty villainous dickish to me. Anyways, am I the only one thinking that it's about time we got the thing? The thing? Well, you know, the thing that we tried a while ago, but didn't get to enjoy due to some unforeseen issues. Deathmatch. Not that, don't you remember? We even played volleyball by the big body of water. Contextual clues suggest that he is making requests for a vacation. Yep, absolutely yep. Let's all go to a spa or something. Relax and get massages to loosen up our muscles. Some, please. You still have expectations for our employers? Aha! I recall that young Master Murasalt had given thee quite the exquisite massage, hath he not? I have an astute of knowledge of the major muscle groups in the nerve structures of the human body. For many weeks following that massage, my body was deprived of any sensory stimulation. Thus understood it was the philosophy of Mursalt's physical therapy that the most infallible of methodology of convalescence from pain is to remove any and all stimulation, including that of pain. It seems that the time is here. Virgilius? Yes, I knew that this day would eventually come. The day's here. Why is everyone acting so serious all of a sudden? Rodian's observation is correct. While turning the clock does indeed turn the time, a certain degree of exacerbating fatigue cannot be alleviated. This necessitates that we employ a certain measure to verify the status of each sinner. What? What could it possibly be that it needs this much build-up? In other words, it is time for Limbus Company's... Zoinks! Regular checkup. Regular checkup? He did get a call from the higher-ups a while ago, requesting that we send the sinners in for a regular checkup. but it was repeatedly delayed due to several limiting circumstances on our end. They've been obnoxiously hounding us for quite some time. I was starting to get tired of explaining our absence. Checkup? What checkup? Don't be so on edge, Heathcliff. Such proceedings are regular occurrences at most corporations. I've never personally experienced it myself, but sounds like they're just checking to see how we're doing health-wise. I turned around, getting ready to say, "Right, Ishmael?" Only to come face to face with Ishmael's shocked expression frozen onto her face. Well, this is unexpected. I thought Ishmael, with her worldly experiences, would leap onto this opportunity to lecture us all about how things worked outside Limbus Company. Regular checkups are... Oh, you're gearing up to explain what it is. Coolio. You got 30 seconds to wrap it up. Ready, set, go! No, not the regular checkups! Miss Ishmael's expression seems to suggest otherwise, Miss Rhodia. I did hear that some fixer offices or associations employ varying methodologies when it comes to regular checkups, depending on their characteristics. Locked up until there only is one left standing. Locked blood of my colleagues, the only key to escape! What kind of checkup did you have to go through? Ishmael wasn't the only one responding with a pale-faced, abject horror at the suggestion. Do you even understand what kind of regular checkups you're getting into? I'm asking if you're prepared to go through the regular checkup, no matter what happens in the process? Are you prepared to endure through everything that... What's wrong with this bloke now? Mate's looking all pale. I don't understand why everyone's making such a huge big deal out of this. I don't think it's that bad. I think we're used to having annual health checkups back in school too. What kind of checkups? They put us all in the same room, measuring heights, weights, running some basic fitness tests. Prithee, wherefore do they seek the measurements of such characteristics? Must you really ask? A full knowledge and analysis of each soldier's status is indispensable intelligence for officers to have on hand. What soldiers? I was just talking about my school. Right, so that don't explain shit about why you need to know that, does it? Why'd they find it necessary to spray people with those stinking chemicals to see if someone's got lice in their clothes? He must have gone through his share of rough checkups too as a kid, I guess. Y'all keep asking questions with the most obvious questions. In fact, I've been wondering when they test us. Aldous confidently marched up to the front of the other sinners with an assertive grin, as though she had been waiting for this very moment. The true purpose of this checkup must be to elect a true authority amongst us. A true authority? By your parlance, true authority. Could it be that you're questioning whom among us is our leader? But I'm standing right here? I humbly request that you avoid plaguing yourself with any unnecessary misunderstandings about my suggestion, Executive Manager. Of course, I must preface this with a declaration that there cannot be an iota of doubt towards Executive Manager Dante's authority. Okay. But was this not always a topic of great contention amongst us? That which of us is most fit to command this squad of sinners? Isn't it Ishmael? Or maybe Faust? That's what I thought too. This lack of cohesion is precisely why we always fail to face our enemies as a team. Always scrambling, always underprepared, always taken by surprise. You must always be ready to drop to the ground and give 500 push-ups whenever your superior commands you to do so. Always maintain the willingness to sacrifice your well-being and life for the sake of the glorious victory of your allies. It's all missing. Where is your readiness for self-sacrifice? No one's arguing with you, Alice. Who are you even talking to? Aha! So, to summarize, the regular checkup entails putting us all in a small room and making us fight to the last sinner standing? Silence fell upon us at Honglu's succinct summary. Battle Royale. I've been looking forward to this. Fuck it. I'll give you lot one hell of a fight. My fist used to be bloody infamous in the back streets. Fine. So that's how we're doing this, huh? I'm ready to roll. Guys, this isn't... Okay, so where are we off to? The battle... excuse me. The regular checkup takes place at... The sinners seem to be under some serious misunderstandings about what the regular checkup entailed, but Foss had obviously long given up on correcting them. The headquarters. The headquarters you speak of. Must be the headquarters of Limbus Company? Yes. Oh, so we're finally getting to visit the headquarters, huh? A whole year after they hired us. It's been a year?! We should be right on time upon immediate departure. This instance, thou sayest, yet my heart... This instance, thou sayest, yet mine heart is faint prepared. Prithee, allow some time to prepare our travel provisions. Where's the HQ anyway? Hopefully it's not too far from here. That is a secret. However, I would like to inform you that it exists in a location inaccessible via Mephistopheles. Oh, come on. How are we supposed to even get there if you're not going to tell us where it is? Inaccessible via Mephistopheles. You're not about to suggest we board the warp trains again, are you? Fee, I shan't ever board the warp trains again. Indeed, we will not be boarding a warp train for this journey. So are we taking the back doors or something? Yeah, good point. Let's take them doors instead. A sound suggestion. However, in lieu of sufficient information regarding each door, the destination may hold an element of randomness. Or due to the variable nature of its activation period, the resultant destination may not reflect our intended end coordinates. Or an unexpected closure mid-passage through the frame may behoove us to bid the company our last farewells and embark on an untimely journey of no return. Are you sure this is a sound suggestion? Then I'd rather take the plane train instead. At least we will remember what happened once it's over and done with. Battle Royale. So, further research was necessary to ensure safe transportation to the intended destinations. Further research? Are you implying that you made modifications to the back door? A close assessment. However, it would be more accurate to say that the back door was mostly used as reference. How did you even make the time for research? Weren't you doing everything with us the whole time? LCN and FOST established multiple communications with a certain new wing aspirant company during the spare hours between our travels to gather multiple cooperation effects regarding the stabilization of the back door. A new wing? Are they looking to take over L-Corp's vicinity or something? Quite sharp, Gregor, but the direction of your intuition could be improved. It is a company seeking to seize the imminent vicinity of the ever-declining W Corp. W Corp. Is that so? Yeah, makes sense. Stories of W Corp's decline has been spreading more and more as of late. I'm even surprised that some companies would consider this to be an opportunity. Newspapers also featured op-eds regarding a possible management crisis at W Corp, with many of them discussing the mysterious disappearances as well. I see. So they've been furtively planning to take over W Corp's position as a wing. But to supplant a wing even before it falls on its own? Now that's certainly peculiar. They must have something, a scheme perhaps, in the works. And to ally with such ambitious parties is the headquarters looking to start a war of the wings? I, at this very moment, am not privy to such details.
Oh my god, they're using Anne's cookbook.
Miss Aldous, we needed to make predictions in such rashness. Recall that W Corp has been mired in troubles both internal and external, having fallen to such desperation as to seek the assistance of our company. It is no wild presumption to predict that it shall crumble the advent of such violent pandemonium. For indeed, inefficiency is the bane of technology that brings ruination to those that fail to overcome it. Our research efforts, however, were quite efficient and successful. Its machinations are similar of that to the back door, but it eliminates the corridor, instead establishing a direct connection from one door to another. A portal, if you will. Aperture science? Wait, hold on, I want to read something real quick. Oh, okay. Oh, so it resolved all the aforementioned side effects then? Not quite. Similar difficulties to the aforementioned cases were observed. Sometimes the accuracy of the target destination coordinates were lacking, or in other cases, the activation period would be cut short, causing the door to shut prematurely and amputate the subject as they were traversing between doors. There had been much progress in the stabilization efforts, however, minimizing pentasection incidents. Most recent incidents have been limited to bisections. Bisections certainly is an improvement over pentasection. What is a pentasection? More limbs? They both sound equally awful to me. I would not behold my own left and right shoe so cruelly sundered, forced to be so far apart upon our coming to the headquarters. Well, well. All this idle chatter of unnecessary concerns tells me that your bus life may have been too uneventful lately. Ahem? Looks like the research arrived as we were wasting time. I saw a large and unfamiliar vehicle through the window. Is that the vehicle? It's got no windows, though. How tiresome. Now, off the bus. The vehicle. Once we disembarked the bus, we made our way into this unfamiliar vehicle of sorts. Its interior was mostly metallic, filled to the brim with convoluted-looking machines, and on the opposite end of the entrance, a massive door loomed over us. This is assistance from P Corp in the process of developing this vehicle was indispensable. Wait, that means in cohorts with young Cesar, are you? Hoide! Much I did aspire to regale her with the tale of the contract's glorious completion, of mine heroism and bravery. 'Tis quite unfair thee to meet her all by thy lonesome, young Faust. Your concerns will be taken into account next time. Faust seemed relieved. Ah, worry thee not, for thou hast availed us the sights of Limbus company headquarters. Thy have not been tatted for. There are numerous reasons for which you were yet to be allowed into the headquarters, but as it would see... I'm not reading this correctly. Give me a moment. There are numerous reasons for which were yet to be allowed into the headquarters, but as it would be a fruitless effort to explicate them all, we will not cover the subject here. Glad to hear we're not sitting through another lecture. The primary reason is, however, that there were several limitations to bringing the members of our department to the headquarters, brought on upon by the frequent transnet movements and irregular scheduling of our missions. Why'd you say all that if you were going to explain anyway? Wait, more importantly, what is that about collaborating with P-Corp? Boy, here we go again. P-Corp's singularity can be summarized by the following 4 words: expansive space warping technology. Alright. Did you say that Miss Cesara told you something about how the principle of P-Corp's singularity is a lot like how La Mancha Land works? Right. La Mancha Land was a lot more larger on the inside than it looks like from the outside. Oh yeah, I've been meaning to ask. Don't other wings already make liberal use of different kinds of space-expanding singularities? It's... how should I put this? Isn't it a bit too mundane for a city tech for P-Corp to call space manipulation its unique thing? That was... quite the intelligent question. Compliments! How nice! Ishmael is correct in suggesting that the technology to expand a given space is a commonly employed technology by other wings as well. An example of one such invention making use of this space expansion technology, but isn't a P-Corp singularity, would be Mephistopheles. The ultimate purpose of P-Corp's basic tech... The ultimate purpose of P-Corp's space expansion technology is to create the safest possible place in the world. It's the shelter of March! A perfectly protected construct. Its interior sheltered from the world outside no matter how severely exterior is battered. To have a sound structurality integrity no matter what, its interior is safe from any and all harm. Hold on. I gotta screenshot this. I gotta share this onto the Discord. Holy Wait, what happens in the 27th of March? Alright, I'm done. Let's continue on. Therefore, the more expensive the P-Corp product is, the safer its interior is from damaging outside conditions, such as the extreme pressure or shock. Perhaps the way in which the interior is completely insulated from the outside is comparable to a full disconnect from the outside world by centering in a separate dimension. Bro, that's the fucking... That's the shelter lore. Hold up, let me read this. The shelter from the 27th of March is a heat tool abnormality that takes the appearance of a bomb shelter made from an unknown material that isolates its interior from all outside influences, including light. The shelter has 2 visible pillars. Blah 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 blah. P Corp. Blah 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 blah. It can also cause everything to go to hell just by staying in it for too long. God damn, I did not think we would get abnormality lore. Anyways, let us continue. In conclusion, the exterior of this vehicle utilizes P-Corp singularity, which means that it can protect the interior from all forms of impact, not to mention that it has enough room to hold more than 13 people inside. Don't dimensional trunks or containers also transport things to other dimensions? Huh? Sinclair? Why y'all freezing up all of a sudden? There was this creepy story that used to circulate among kids back when I was in school. Here's how it goes. So the Vijat Association employees makes a delivery to a house, then looks away for a second, and then the curious kid crawls into the courier tank and... I'm gonna stop the story there. Here. Look, the story keeps me all... I'm gonna stop there. I'm gonna stop the story here. Look, that story kept me up at night for a whole week, okay? I couldn't stop having nightmares about that scenario where... Hey, come on. Sometimes a story is just a story. Not necessarily. Unfortunately, the story that inspired Sinclair's week-long nightmares is most likely an accurate retelling of a true story. Several regulations were added to HANA and Deviat Association rules to prevent cases of people being stored in dimensional containers. From a certain perspective, it may be said that the warp technology employed by W Corp shares a degree of similitude. The parallel lies in the fact that it also transports humans into a different dimension, the difference being that they are packaged in a safer manner. Therefore, perhaps enough of a connection exists to say that they operate on the same scale. Anywho, the point is that we'll always have access to the headquarters as long as we have this vehicle thing, right? This will certainly make the logistics of communications and supply much more convenient. One question, however, how does the company plan to move this instrument, as I expect that it would be much trouble on its own? Has that detail have been hashed out yet? No. In order to establish a more tangible level of communications with Limbus Company's headquarters, an effective means of transportation such as this vehicle will be installed in the nest across the city. In summary, an efficient means of transportation such as this vehicle here, developed using P-Corp and the aspirant W-Corp's technology, will gradually be installed at various points across the city. In every nest? Of course not. This technology is still experimental. It is astronomically expensive to install and operate. Virgilis gave us a firm clarification. Activating now. Voss tinkered with various machines and contraptions within the vehicle, and the giant door from earlier began to tremble, making a loud noise. Therefore, is that gate over yonder shooting so? Energies now linked are rerouting towards that gate. gouged displays around the glowing door filled, the door began to slowly open. Entering now! When it fully opened, Foss made her way inside like it was just another door. Well, let's follow her inside. There was a bizarre and incomprehensible noise of machines, coupled with a low, droning noise. Yes, we have arrived. Welcome to Limbus Company headquarters. This place is steaming with people dressed in all sorts of odd outfits, walking briskly between their busy schedules. I hear heavy doors opening and closing from here and there, alongside that odd sensation I've been feeling from time to time. It's the floor of the LCE department. LCE? Hopefully we will get to proudly stride in HQ's front gate one day. It's loading. Please don't crash. Awesome. Huh? Oh, cool. Hecatilla.
총은 수지 타산에 맞게 한 발에 한 놈씩.
Right, are we waiting for something to happen, or are we all suddenly unfamiliar with the concept of introducing ourselves? Given that no one appears to be willing to introduce me, allow me the liberty of self-introduction. My name is Hohenheim, the chief researcher of this company. To be precise, he is the chief researcher of the LCE department. To be more precise, I am the chief researcher responsible for the entirety of Limbus Company. To even be more precise, the only reason he retains that role is because Yi-Sung and I have been excluded from the research personnel files due to our statuses as sinners. Someone must stay behind to continue the research, after all. Aha, so you two are friends? While it seems entirely unnecessary to establish a label on this relationship, it could be said that we are acquaintances who routinely and unwillingly maintain a regular level of communications with one another. I am in agreement. For the first time since we were acquainted. Wait, I wonder if you're one of the silhouettes on Foss's ego. I hear that the department has reached out several times to yours to remind you of this regular checkup. The nature of LCB's department necessitates that we are constantly on the move from one nest to another, which makes it rather difficult for us to give you an immediate reply. I would have expected someone like you to already be well aware of this obvious detail. Yes, I was very well aware. I am also quite aware of the fact that your department has been giving us that same reply over and over again, like an answering machine. And this must be Dante, the executive manager of Limbus Company's Sinners. I'd like to say, hi, nice to meet you, but I don't suppose he can hear what I'm saying. The manager extends their greetings. Charmed. It is grueling in our daughter's work to be in a position of leadership, especially when communication issues come into play. Sometimes, I cannot help but wonder if my researchers and I are even speaking the same language, so I do commiserate. How odd. Their clothes are. Yes, allow me to introduce you all to Martin and Melissa, two of the most researchers directly in my command. They're wearing gear extracted from the abnormalities? But how? Happy to have someone who recognizes them. Are they like gear scavengers from the former L Corp? While there are partial similarities to gears, enough differences are present to distinguish them. Indeed, we attempted our own brand of extractions, successfully, I might add. While the news of production of Eagle Gear in Limbus Company's style was already received, this is the very first time they're observed in person. So he must have abnormalities contained in this facility. So that's why I've been sensing abnormalities in here, huh? But I'm sensing distortions in Pecatolia too. Indeed, as they are in containment and research subjects for LCE department as well. Voss closely observed the eagle gear Hohenheim was wearing like an exceptionally harsh judge in a fashion contest. Apart from a few imperfections in the finish, the level of eagle extraction visible here is quite acceptable. Input appreciated. This is a product of thousands of repeated experiments, the subsequent failures that have been meticulously conducted and studied in order to extract it within the acceptable level of stability. But at the end of the day, I did it, like I always do. You did it? Are you sure you want to take all the credit when your team is standing right behind you? We're used to it. Oh, piss off! I'm going mad surrounded by these self-absorbed twats. I'm just about to ready to get violent on some poor bastard. Let's go on with the checkup so we can get back to the bus, yeah? I feel the very same urgency you express. There is much we must cover, regrettably, given that this is the first ever regular checkup performed as a group since your employment. Voss also does not wish to pass more time without substance. Let's begin. Very well. Our first task shall be to assess your abilities in response to emergency situations. Wait, he just pressed something... Emergency situations? The walls of the laboratory suddenly started separating and sliding into place. When it settled, I realized that it had locked the sinners away in some kind of hold, isolating them from me, Virgilius, and Charles. What the hell? This is just an ambush! Yes, it is. The purpose of this test is to measure your behaviors in response to cases of such a surprise attack. So ambush it is. Was this discussed beforehand, Virgilius? You look anxious, Dante. Well, I suppose you weren't letting on this either. I wasn't, for your information. Just go with their flow, Dante. So it goes, would be an apt response. I'll find a room somewhere where Sharon and I might just sit down and enjoy some nice tea. Come with me and Faust once this is over. Chaman wants cake too. Oh hey, we got some leftover cake from our last office party. Come this way, please. An employee appeared and led Virgilius and Sharon away into a nearby office room. Marton. Okay, so this is the regular checkup, huh? Let's get this done. Let's do this.
사격 개시.
Awesome. Already awesome. Oh, cool. Even more. Epic.
된다면 서를 건네.
히스테리가 지금
시야 확보.
Headshot.
살을 베어. 좋아, 순탄하구만.
Exterminate.
딱 대도
깔끔한 헤드샷. 머리통에 작살났다고.
Even more, huh? Let's get into it.
벤다 사활을 건다.
한 점만 노린다.
Fuck you. No headshot.
깔끔한 헤드샷. 머리통에 작살났다고.
살을 베어내고
한 놈.
사격 개시.
다음 목표로. 긴장하셨나요? 그럴 땐
That's enough
크게
bullets.
심호흡을 하면 도움이 된답니다.
사격 개시.
한 놈. 꿰뚫려라.
움직임이 어설퍼요.
순식간에 끝내줘. 엎드리도록.
깔끔한
That was the
헤드샷.
last one. Well, then this one
머리통에
counts.
작살났다고.
살을 베어내고
내 죄는 내가 알아서 처리. 해. 보냈고.
And that was
먼저
it.
빠진다.
Honheim yapped. We went through various tests, including command ability trials using particular NVIDIA. Hi, Manager Esquire. Hey ho, I have attained the score most perfect. To be surpassed by Miss Don Quixote in the contest of knowledge. Must I delve further in my studies? Hey, you sound bud. Never testing our fixture association knowledge, huh? Totally! Honestly, she's got more of enough fixer asphyxiation for the entire bus. All kind of general knowledges, trivia, puzzles, quizzes. What is the first thing you focus on when meeting a new person? The look in your eyes? How strong you look? Holy hell, this ain't easy. Your leadership style is strong, decisive, and goal-orientated. Your Mersal? We were finally allowed a quick break after going through all kinds of mysterious, strange personality tests as well. Next, basic fitness tests for all sinners. We can finally get started on the real meat of this checkup. Wait, then what were all those tests you gave? Wait, then what were all of those tests you guys were running on us? They were conducted in order to collect various data that the LCE department has been missing. In other words, we capitalized on this opportunity to fulfill our own private curiosities. Still, I'd say it was very productive. We now know a lot about you guys that will help us support the LCB going forward. Alright, we're gonna go over some tests that can be conducted in groups first. Please form a line here. What, like this? Let's get this over with. Looks like we've got a long day ahead of us. Wow, These are some comfy clothes they have given us. Right? I could totally see myself wearing these to sleep. To sleep? They are LCE property, so you better return them as soon as we're done here. Gotcha. By the way, can you take a look with my wrist here before we actually get started? I've been feeling a little soreness here, but Dante will turn the clock for just me, you know. Turning off the clock for such trivialities may cause the formation of unfavorable habits. Perhaps a mere shot can remedy your pain. I am always prepared to administer necessary aid, should you request it. Actually, you know what? I'm totally fine now. Don't you worry. Please stand still. If you think I can see some of you on your tiptoes, you'd be very wrong. Heels on the ground, please. But my heels are on the ground? Feet. And, can you snuff out your cigarettes before the test begins? Oh, this one ain't lit. It's just so I can look cool. Uh-huh. And what about... Oh, but scram. Okay, so the basic grip tests are complete. I seem to have forgotten something quite important I had to establish prior to beginning the test in earnest. I need an assistant. An assistant? I need an assistant to help me smooth out the testing procedures. Got 2 of them here already, right behind you if you need directions. Oh, we're not Mr. Hohenheim's assistants. We're specifically assistant researchers. Yes, of course, there is much that distinguishes these 2 occupations. I would like for one of you to be my assistant for the duration of this checkup. Wadia suddenly raised her hand. I wasn't planning on asking for volunteers, but now that you've raised your hand, I'll give you the floor. Don't ask me to do it. It's just not my vibe, you know? I'll take a researcher's job, though. I'm a big fan of her style. Wadia trailed off, greedily caressing the clothes of one of the researchers. What are you doing? I didn't really have you in mind anyway, but duly noted nonetheless. I would like to refuse your nomination. The position of an assistant to Hohenheim implies that the said assistant is, when it comes to skill, inferior to the person they are assisting. Again, I didn't have you in mind either, but your passionate expression of intent is nonetheless appreciated. I wonder who came up with this brilliant idea of putting 2 smartasses together to waste time pointing out each other's minor mistakes. If I were to talk about myself, I want to open by saying that I was class vice president in school, a diligent model student who assiduously facilitated the task of the class president in... What's with everyone being so anxious to get picked here? You fellas actually want to be his assistant? Getting in front and the center of things is just bothersome, you know? I kinda felt like I had to apply for the position for some reason. Well, the decision has already been made. Do note that the selection criteria is fully based on my very subjective opinion. You there, orange-haired sinner. Ishmael only threw me to the ground as she confidently strode to the front of the line. Oof! Greetings, Mr. Hohenheim. As you must be aware if you have taken a look at my documents, I rarely let anyone down during my various tenures at offices and associations. You'll have nothing to worry as long as I'm by your side. Also, can I add to experience to my resume if I ever get a chance to submit a transfer request to work at the headquarters? Dare know that you were still holding on to that hope. I called on you to ask to move because you were standing in front of the sinner I chose. Everyone turned around to look at the Heathcliff, who was absently minded scratching at the bridge of his nose. Huh? Me? Me? It seems that the Ishmael was even more shocked than Heathcliff was. Wait, but why? I'm right here. Why'd you pick someone like... It's a common misconception among many researchers. to assume that the higher the level of education and the more elaborate their resume, the better candidate one makes for a research project participant. But that's just common sense, isn't it? At least when it comes to research? However, were you aware that most great discoveries are made from a potent mix of spontaneously and intuition? A perfect descriptor for our friend here, I would say. What say you, Heathcliff? I believe that this aggressive and passionate approach of yours gives you more than sufficient qualification to command and lead them by my steed. Is that right? He replied, scratching his head. Be honest now, Yi-sung. Yeah, we're kinda looking forward to getting picked, weren't you? It is but fate that things were once good in the eyes of the mainstream are made to be less desirable with the passage of time. And when one does indeed fall out of the favor, the intelligentsia of the bygone days must rightfully excuse themselves to the realm of memories and past. Do you remember this photo? Look at this photograph! Yi-sung replied with a particularly downcast look. I am glad to have you on board as my new assistant. Righty-ho, so... what do I have to do now? Nothing too complicated. You only need to liberally express your free spirit, just as you are now. Aha! Now I see what he's doing. Hoppenheim sure knows when one of the group is to code to make things go over smoothly. Marton whispered quietly at me in a voice that only I could hear. Fairy Lantern.
그 정도 화력으로 우리 사무소를 막을 수 있을 줄 알았냐? 저놈들 무기까지 주어서 철수하자고.
The assistant. He got drip! Heathcliff seemed eager to, as Hohenheim had suggested, express his free spirit to the best of his capabilities. Right! You there! Get in line! Single file, lads! Let's make this easy for all of us! But aren't you also participating in the test with the rest of us, Heathcliff? Yeah, but I'm the assistant! Since when did you wear glasses? Glasses are basic apparatus of all researchers. Look, slightly pushing up on the side of glasses helps to put on the air of the studious, learned individual, like so. Just like how slightly pushing up the frames of my glasses while wondering what I have to have for lunch makes it so as though I am contemplating on the more profound aspects of life. Oi, let's not make this many harder than it's gotta be, alas. Snuff out that sag in your mouth. Been a while since I've heard a pig squeal. Blimey! Can't you do us a save for once? Huh. It's actually pretty effective. Huh. It seems that we are now ready to conduct the tests, finally. The primary purpose of this test is to see, on a physical level, how your current ability scale compared to yourselves before your hiring. I see. So they're trying to see how much they've progressed since before they've joined the company. I had a feeling this would happen, but the mere mention of the words progression caused a rather loud ruckus among the sinners. If I were to speak for myself, Executive Manager, I can confidently say that the thought of progressing as a person in all aspects of life is ingrained into my very well-being. Thus, as a fruit of those efforts, I have grown to be much precise and scathing in my critique of others' mistakes. Is that progress, though? Perhaps I have learned to let certain thoughts rest in favor of others. I once allowed myself to be trapped in overlong ruminations of worries of all manners, idly abiding as I was consumed by my very thoughts. Now, I have come to accept certain things as they are. Oh. And I have come to, sometimes, allow my mind to form riffit of rigorous reason, flowing away gently, as though on a rolling stream. Is that not quite pleasant? Okay. I guess that is progression of sorts. I'm pretty sure I'm less of a picky eater than I used to be. My grip strength is much more stronger too. Oh, it is that time of the year. Oh, so many. Look. I think I'm getting calluses on my palms. Well, you don't really have to try to prove it to us, because the enemies we're fighting have been getting stronger too. That's an undeniable truth. We did experience a pretty spectacular year, you know? A brutal year, yet so potent with significance. True. I guess growth really does come with time, huh? Right? I feel like the bonds between us got a lot more deeper. We've all grown closer, you know? Like glue. Like glue, huh? I like it. A certain misunderstanding seems to be brewing in tandem with this uplifting exchange of heart-to-hearts. Allow me to step in and nip it in the bud. Let me give it to you straight. Let me break this down to you, Dante. All of your abilities were diminished the moment you were hired by this company. Equally defound and depowered, if you will. Equally defound? Defamed? In other words, all of your abilities have been brought down to the, to the same general as our 11th sinner here. Why am I your point of reference? If this is what you meant by earlier, by growing closer like glue, then I suppose it was quite the apt choice of words. Oi! Take that back! I take it back! Not! So you're not really that much stronger than I am, huh? Wow, Sinclair. Is that the sound of your self-preservation shattering into the ether? That's you bloody... Excuse me, I need to know why that happened. Did we all get depowered because of the golden bow? Wait, does this have anything to do with those changes that appeared when we first entered the contract with Dante? Indeed. One of those powers of a golden bow is connection. You are now all fairly, evenly, and equally mediocre. Oldenheim's comment and that subsequent stare seemed a bit targeted. Think of it as something akin to clip-off deterrents employed by the Lobotomy Corporation. So the truth is finally revealed. This is why Aldous grew so pathetically weak the moment I joined this company. Art thou implying that thou has always known? Hold on. Of course! Had I been in my prime, I could have wiped the floor with you miserable doormats within a matter of seconds. You wipe floors with doormats? Man, are we also prone to saying whatever once the burden of proof is gone, huh? So that's why my murderous arms have been quiet ever since they hired me. They didn't really have anything to do with my heart, after all. Gregor. Oi, what's with all the use of this chatter? What matters is that we all have been brought down to the level of the lad. But I got calluses on the palms. Yet, not all of the golden bow's effect must have been of detriment to us. Yi-song started carefully attempting to navigate through a conversation that appeared to be turning into a tinderbox. Was it not the advantages granted to us by the golden bows impaled in the pallid whale's heart of the Great Lake, by which we triumphed? What? Really? Correct. Had the pallid whale had been at its full strength, it is highly likely that we may still have been trapped inside its stomach, struggling to survive. Also, it can also be said that the diminishing effect was not applied in equal measure across all affected subjects. That makes sense, I guess. I could never could have knocked out Leaf with that one punch if I wasn't only as strong as Sinclair. It's a really handy trick, you know? Additionally, certain individual quirks cannot be suppressed by the golden bow. Certain quirks that one may consider to be an individual's idiosyncrasies. Oh, so that explains Ryosho's impressive blade work with Mr. Bumble back at T-Corp Factory. Won't miss my breath boasting. You never do anyways. Well, if your strengths have indeed progressed since the onboarding, then the average must have risen as well. One of the purposes of these tests is to measure that very difference. So what exactly goes into these tests? I know there's a district that uses a machine that can analyze most aspects of the subject with a quick scan. So is it going to be something like that? There are dozens, if not hundreds, of ways to determine one's abilities without the assistance of machinery. In fact, I know of a perfectly appropriate methodology for this group. A perfect appropriate methodology? We spent some time out of our busy schedules to tailor each test for each center of the Limbus company bus department. That was pretty tough, I'll have you guys know. Tailored tests for each center? Huh. I don't really like the sound of that if you ask me. We would utilize the Pecatilla in the distortion phenomenon. Huh? That doesn't sound much like some innovative method you're building up to. What a letdown. Right? Honestly, for all the talk, I thought they'd come up with something more impressive than that. Assistant? Alright, that's enough chatter. Now get in here! Well, here we go. Wrath.
어머,
I win.
부탁드려요.
Let's see. First one's on the blocks. Heathcliff had already begun flipping through the papers in his hands. What an unfamiliar sight. Right, you and you there. Inside, now! Heathcliff, the assistant, pointed towards the Hunglu and Sinclair. Hello? 1, 2, testing. Am I coming through? As you must be well aware by now, the Pecatilla are entities that have failed to even distort. It seems like we'll be fighting against the Pecatilla again. Wait, I want to see, what's this guy's box? Oh, okay. Oh, right. I have a question. It's something that's been nagging at me the whole time since I arrived. Aren't these tests basically just us killing people for no reason? They're all safely contained, which means that they don't pose any danger to anyone. Why is he being such a bleeding heart all of a sudden? Boy, we've been slaughtering countless scores of those sods, so what's the holdup now? Yeah, but we didn't have any choice back then, because we were on a mission, and do you believe that taking a life to live is unlike taking a life for the sake of it? I do. I understand. It seems that human memory is, after all, made to be finite, save for a few exceptional individuals. People are prone to misplacing memories even from yesterday. So who are they, Dante? Who do you believe they are, this group you lead? Given the expected communication difficulties between us, allow us to make this a multiple choice question. 1. Family. 2. Friends. 3. Colleagues. I guess they're closest to colleagues? Dante says 3. Colleagues. Honglu was practically squished against the containment unit window, holding up his fingers. He must have heard us talking. Incorrect. It is none of the above. The truth is that they are sinners, not family, not friends, not colleagues, prisoners. I know. But the knowledge of something and the acceptance of it must be distinguished. I learned that people are prone to forgetting their places when the going gets easy, when life becomes comfortable enough for them to consider the luxury of timely meals to be a certainty. Thus, I find these reminders to be quite useful. These sinners, bound to Limbus Company, are still fettered by their chains and shackles. Naturally, they have no access to such a thing as the right to refuse. Or would it be easier for you to accept the fact if I were to suggest that you consider this but a mere extension of your responsibilities? I know they're sinners, but you can't talk to them like... translations are necessary. I think I get the picture of what was said, given the atmosphere of this room. Dante, when you agreed to the contract, you must have made a deal of some sorts to gain something to your benefit. Am I correct? Your memories, your head, and your past. There must be so much that you would have liked to know, and perhaps you decided to get them back is what stops you from simply quitting. What I mean to say is, with this little demonstration, is that no one in this room has any right to grumble or refuse. Faust, is he usually? Yes, this is his usual demeanor. Hello, I know I'm not the one to be talking, but you don't exactly have a lot of friends, do you? Those who rise above their peers tend to attract a certain degree of hostility from others. Now, shall we begin? We are severely behind schedule. While the combatants do what they do, please pay attention to the following presentations about how the Pecatilia projected onto this glass panel. This lecture has been prepared with the assumption that students have an average level of knowledge. So if you consider this presentation to be boring or too difficult to understand, then you may consider your knowledge level to be below average. All this material seems quite elementary to me. Not sure what's so difficult about this. Yeah, save that for when the lecture actually starts. As you must already know, there are 7 categories of Pecatilia. As far as I'm aware, the highest stage of Pecatilia you observed was in stage 3. So far at least. Wherefore did thou utter a little muttering of, so far at least, at the end of thine words, good sir? Sharp. Well, it's simple. Researchers have a habit of avoiding absolutes in all things. Never say never, or so they say. So you're not ruling out the possibility that we might be running into Pecatilia beyond stage 3, huh? Indeed. We prefer to not put down such arbitrary limitations. Anyway, the first type of many Pecatilia to be covered today is Pecatilia Aerae, red Pecatilia of wrath. The nature of fire is burn and burn until there is nothing left to be burned. I see, they're quite literally burning with rage. In other words, Call of Duty Xbox 360. Now that I think back on it, did you express something like that before, Sinclair? I remember you screaming so fiercely that you could hardly control your own body. On the other hand, I don't think I've ever seen you get angry or upset, Honglu. That's because the realization of meaninglessness extinguishes the reason for the spark to start a fire. Oh, I see now. No matter how much Heathcliff or Miss Aldous bully me, expressing my anger at that is meaningless at the end of the day. Okay, I did enjoy it a little when I accidentally step on Heathcliff's toes, but what exactly is the takeaway supposed to be here? Yes, that is exactly how it is. Alright, Sinclair. Honglu, you're up. Ding ding ding, round 1.
당신의 판단을 따를게요. 그 삶의 마침표를!
Sorry.
낙인을 새겨드리죠. 이번에야말로
What is this?
이 싸움을 끝내주겠어.
Okay, I better lock in. Don't want to be here for too long.
여전히 무섭고 겁이 나. 그럼에도 멈추고 싶만 망설임. 나아갈 수 없어.
GG.
여전히 무섭고 겁이 나. 그럼에도 멈추고 싶지 않아. 그 삶의 마침표를!
타깃 도착 1시 방. 다음 목표로.
망설이면 나아갈 수 없어.
Here we go. The big one.
여전히 무섭고 겁이 나. 그럼에도 멈추고 싶지 않아.
Mewing. Alright, I'll stay quiet.
이 격정 속에서 타올라라. 하지 말고. 당신의 판단을 따르기 삶의 마침표를!
다음 목표로.
Let's move on to the next test.
의뢰비랑 보호수당에서 사용한 탄환값을 빼면, 아, 오늘은 제사비로 손해를 메울 필요가 없네요.
A. Wait. Is this translatable by any means?
준비되었습니다.
화점을
Oh. Wait. Scheiße. Huh. I guess I'm stuck using this.
제압을 준비합니다.
YOLO. Next up, you three. Let's get in there. Indoor voice will do, but we can just hear you just fine without you shouting at the top of your lungs. Now, let us discuss Pecatulum pigurete, sloth. Stones are sturdy, but that's all there is to them. They are directionless and unmoving, completely surrendered into inertia. They are trapped within their current lot and existence until someone else comes along to roll them away. Truly, there is no better symbol for a sloth than them. It is sufficient to live within the bounds of rigidly established routines. Getting lumped up with these two is making me feel really self-conscious all of a sudden, like I'm just some lazy and incompetent. Do not compare yourself to Faust, Gregor. Should Faust become the point of reference for one's competency, the overwhelming majority of the diseased population would be deemed incompetent. I'll admit that I'm not the most diligent person in the room, but I'm taking back that comment about being incompetent. Check this out, fellas. I'm not that rusty just yet. Charging alone to danger poses. Too late. This will be harder than expected. Let's provide assistance. Round 2. Start. Ding ding ding. This time, you must suppress the entity as fast as you can. I'm not gonna lie, I did not notice the Hoheim announcer was here until now, so
명령대로.
I apologize.
명령대로. 제대로 들어갔습니다.
탈출 개체가 정리되었습니다.
깎는다. 살을 베어 깎는다.
You know, this music kinda reminds me of JoJo Battle Tendency.
탈출 개체 확인.
된다면 사활을 건다. 육청. 육청. 된다면 사활을 건다.
모든 결과들은 파우스트가 알아. 탈출 개체 확인.
제대로 들어갔습니다. 처리했습니다.
탈출 개체가 정리되었습니다.
Oh shit! You? Damn. Dude! I made a drawing of you before you were even made!
탈출 개체 확인.
Holy crap, I did not expect you to appear today. Damn! Oh! I will have order. Man, there's literally no way in hell I'm gonna beat these guys in time. Unless... this better work.
명령대로!
육청! 이 구석구가 나의 폭력을 저지하기엔 턱없이 모자라지.
모든 결과들은 파우스트가 알아요.
One.
하얗고 슬픈 아이들은 그저 애도를 피웠어.
Dude, I'm genuinely fucked. Dude, I can't beat him.
벤단 사월을 건다.
Damn.
내가 너를 위해 기도할 것이니 너는 반드시 부서진다.
3 damage.
벤단 사월을 건다.
실패.
명령대로!
I think I get the idea now.
육참 골단
maybe I can do this again. I think I get it now. Let's try again.
패착이 있었나? 이렇게 몸에 칼자국이 하나 더
We got
새겨지는
ball, we got minions, we got whatever this is, and then we got Squidward. I mean, Patrick Star.
준비되었습니다.
Let's see, this is effective, so I'll use you. Let's see, what else uses glue? You don't use any glue. I don't know why you don't use glue. You don't even have your Wild Eagle on.
출전 중이요.
You may work. But first of all, before we do this, I need to get a few resources. Oh wait, wrong one. Nope, not you. Yes, you. There we go. On we go.
애도의 시간이군.
I'm not reading all of that again.
뺀다면 사월을 건너.
아름다운 것. 그렇지 않은 것.
여기가 엽석이군.
육청! 뺀다면 사월을 건너.
Good.
이 전투에 명예 따위에 기대하고 있는 건 아니겠지.
There we go.
뺀다면 사월을 건너.
하나를 찔렀을 뿐.
무릎에는 아름다운 것. 그렇지 않은 것.
Awesome.
육청! 홀단!
검날 내게 바쳐주지. 여기가 뱃속이군. 네 전투에 명예 따위에 기대하고 있는 건 아니겠지.
살을 베어내고 된다면 끝낸다.
Here we go.
된다면 사활을 건다.
하얗고 슬픈 아이들은 그저 애도를 표하시오.
아름다운 것, 그렇지 않은 것.
검날 내게 바쳐주지. 여기가 뱃속이군.
물의 배들.
된다면 사활을 건다.
Finally, some real damage.
육참 홀딱
Damn.
치열했으나 좋은 끝내기였다. 이제 우리의 활로를 찾을 수 있겠군.
I'll do it later. Another one?
이번 의뢰는 몇 발이나 들고 가야 하냐?
Say it good.
벌써 화끈하네.
Time for your more yapping. Next up is goulet, gluttony. Roots of plants dig through the dirt in search of nutrients. What distinguishes them is, however, that they are not satisfied with satiation alone. The roots continue to grow, seeking an increasingly greater supply of nutrients. Hang on a minute, what's this? Heathcliff, after flipping through a few more pages ahead, looked up at Hohenheim and shouted, "Are we really going to do this song and dance for each in one of these pegatulum? Why don't we just lump together like how we paired the sub-singers?" Heh, running low on patience already? Only simpletons would make such a basic suggestion. It's standard protocol, and in case you weren't aware, I'm also unhappy about this process, but sometimes we must swallow our complaints and do as we're told for the sake of proper test results. Huh, you make a valid proposition. What? Very well. I also fail to see the necessity of fighting these Pictulia one by one, specifically given the busy schedule ahead of us. Your suggestion is accepted, assistant. Huh? What? Really? Aren't you the one who suggested it? If we didn't have to fight them one by one anyway, then why didn't we do this from the start? Because testing them one by one yields a more accurate result. Studies suggest that the margin of error may grow by 0.06 when testing multiple entities at once. I see, but I say the benefits of a smaller margin of error outweighs the convenience of lumping them all together. Why don't we proceed as planned? Bloody hell, just let it go, yeah? Yeah, Alice, come on. This very carelessness is why I think we can risk a 0.06 margin of error, right? Indeed, it is sometimes necessary to prioritize efficiency over the pursuit of perfection. I will abide by the executive manager's judgment. Very well, then allow me to explain Tequila or stasis, Bloom as well. Have you ever immersed yourself in deep waters? Quite easy to sink into the depths, no? However, the deeper one sinks, the harder it becomes to rise again. The pressure suffocates you from all directions. No matter how much you thrash around, desperately looking for something to grab onto, all you find is futility, such as gloom. I suppose one of these few benefits of working for this company is that its constant motion gives no such time for such emotions to drag us down, especially now that I have some level of confidence that they might actually keep their end of the contact. Ooh, sounds like a disagreement's brewing. Even after I joined the bus team, I feel like I'm still floundering deep in some ditch, you know? Though I'm only here because I want to be here, but still. Are you sure you're in that ditch by choice? Maybe you just don't know how to rise to the surface again. Haha, I don't appreciate hearing that from someone who doesn't even know what I'm talking about. Well, sure, it's all ready now. Here you go. You too, assistant. You aren't exempt from tests. Huh? Me too? Perfect timing. I've been getting a bit tired of all this mental exercise. Right, then, let's wrap this up quick!
한 번에 끝낸다.
좋아, 잘하구만. 좋아, 잘하구만.
Quite a skilled response.
꿰뚫은 줄도 모를걸.
I see. So that's how it is. Well, let's get on with it.
한 번에 끝낸다.
한 점만 노린다. 깔끔한 헤드샷. 머리통에 작살났다고. 깔끔한 헤드샷.
일발
머리통에
장전.
작살났다고.
안심이다. 고통은 없어.
Here comes the big ones.
사격 개시. 좋아. 좋다구만.
핫!
일발 장전. 격발. 안심이다. 고통은 없어.
사격 개시. 사격 개시. 깔끔한 헤드샷. 머리통에 작살났다고.
고통은 없어.
Damn. Holy shit. Unbreakable?
강력한 한 발을 위해
Bye bye, Heathcliff.
격발.
먼저 빠진다.
한 번에 끝낸다.
격발.
잣더미에 깔리는
이것으로
게
끝이 아니야.
God
대체
damn, it's balling.
거기서 좀 더 신중히 써야 했나? 아니, 탄을 잘못 골랐나?
They got hands. Well, looks like you're back on the team.
잠깐만. 천천히.
깡총!
힘 조절이
가자.
씹는 맛이 있는데?
자, 한 건 했고. 자, 한 건 했고.
힘들군. 그러니 알아서 잘 피해야지.
깡총!
걸려라.
한바탕 해볼까? 힘 조절이
자, 한 건 했고. 자, 한 건 했고. 가자. 차! 차!
깡총!
걸려라.